Health tech startup Theranos was founded by Elizabeth Holmes when she was 19 years old in 2003. Soon after, girl boss Elizabeth Holmes became the poster child of Silicon Valley and, armed with her status as a Stanford dropout, became a favorite of venture capitalists. But in 2015, Holmes' world came crashing down when a Wall Street journalist and two medical research professors questioned Theranos' diagnostic technology. At the peak of her career, Elizabeth Holmes was dubbed as the next Steve Jobs. She was the young and dynamic founder of a health tech startup, Theranos, that was developing self-service home-use devices that could run an array of tests based on just a few drops of blood. It all started when Holmes, as a college student, had an idea of developing a wearable patch that could notify doctors of variables in patients' blood and adjust the dosage of drug delivery. Her idea was to make a lab-on-a-chip tech that would make blood tests cheap, convenient, and easily accessible. Holmes then dropped out and used her remaining college fund to start a company that later came to be known as Theranos. By the time Holmes turned 30 in 2014, her company was valued at $9 billion. She was on the Forbes billionaire list, and her firm's investors included Rupert Murdoch, Oracle founder Larry Ellison, and the Walton family of Walmart. Two former US Secretaries of State, George Shultz and Henry Kissinger, graced the board of Theranos. During this period of boom, Holmes even made claims that Theranos technology would soon be able to detect cancer from a single drop of blood. In October 2015, the Wall Street Journal published a report that said Theranos' diagnostic technology was dubious. Coincidentally, the news publication that exposed Theranos is owned by one of the company's investors, Rupert Murdoch. After the report was published, Theranos crumbled within months. US authorities carried out investigations that revealed that the company had used unapproved devices for tests and that at least one of its facilities presented jeopardy to patient health and safety. Theranos and Holmes were charged with securities fraud by the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Holmes was ousted from her own company and was indicted on a criminal fraud charge in 2018. 3 months later, Theranos was dissolved. When Holmes started her company in 2003, she was able to sell her vision by convincing investors that her health tech will disrupt the market. The very basis of Theranos was a dubious technology that didn't exist, but investors bought into the facade easily with expectations of a 50 times profit and exit in 5 years. Theranos is an example of companies that are made on promises rather than actual meritorious and useful products. Once venture capitalists put money in such a company, they are stuck with it too, and the only way to exit safely with good returns is either to sell the business to another company or get an IPO. In Holmes' case, when she realized her business is set to fail, she chose to deceive her investors and patients. Holmes took "fake it till you make it" very seriously and hoped that if enough money is invested, her company may actually develop the technology that she had promised. In 2021 alone, 44 startups with valuations over $1 billion emerged in India. On average, that is 4 unicorns a month. However, a number of these firms with $1 billion valuation are platforms or intermediaries, which is basically a fancy term for brokers. A number of these firms promise to process data and predict behaviors to sell products. The risk is bigger when it comes to health techs, as people's well-being is involved and their products must be cleared by regulators. Often money is invested in startups based on promises rather than on concrete products or valued services. Rounds of investment and preparation for IPOs continue till one day a strong wave of audits and regulatory investigations wash away the startup sandcastle.